Welcome to Colombia's Caribbean coast, where vibrant colonial streets meet crystal clear waters and lush jungle meets white sand paradise. From the cobbled alleys and salsa rhythms of Cartagena to the wild, untouched beauty of Tayrona National Park, this stretch of coastline is nothing short of magical. It's a place where history, nature, and culture collide to create an experience that's as rich as it is unforgettable. There are coastlines that impress with postcard beauty, and then there's Colombia's Caribbean, a place that doesn't just take your breath, but wraps it in warm breeze, wild rhythm, and whispers of ancient spirits hiding in mangroves and ruins. Here, the sea hums a slower song. The sunlight shimmers differently. The food tastes like fire and fruit and folklore. This is not just a stretch of beaches. It's a living tapestry of colonial history, Afro-Caribbean culture, indigenous wisdom, jungle-covered secrets, and raw tropical wonder. If you follow the coastline from Cartagena to Tayrona, you're not just moving across space, you're moving through time, taste, tradition, and transformation. 10. Wandering the walled city of Cartagena, where every street whispers a story. Start where the past refuses to stay silent. Cartagena to India's, the crown jewel of Colombia's Caribbean coast. As the sun rises over the old fortress walls, the streets inside the walled city glow the golden light. Cobblestones echo with the steps of horses and street vendors, calling out fruit names that sound like songs. Every building here bursts with color: turquoise, ochre, coral, rose, and balconies overflow with bougainvillea, their petals dancing on warm winds. From colonial cathedrals to ceviche stands, every corner feels like a scene from a novel. Every scent, coffee, salt, fried arepa, pulls you deeper into its story. 9. Dancing to the drums of Palenque, where Africa echoes in Colombia. Just an hour inland lies a village that feels like another world entirely. San Basilio de Palenque, the first free black town in the Americas. Here, the air hums with ancestral pride. The music is resistance turned into rhythm. You hear the tamboras, the big drums, before you see the dancers. Women with bright-headed wraps swing their hips in motion older than any colonizer. Elders sit under mango trees, telling stories with eyes that shine like morning sun river water. And when you dance with them, you're not just learning steps, you're joining a legacy. 8. Sunset at Café del Mar, rooftop dreams over the sea. Back in Cartagena, as daylight melts into gold and then into fire, you find yourself sitting atop the old city wall, cocktail in hand, at the iconic Café del Mar. The Caribbean spreads out in front of you, wide, endless, humming with soft waves and sea breeze. The sky turns tangerine, the laughter behind you, the wind in your hair, the clink of glasses. It's all part of the same perfect rhythm. And you realize, watching that sun dip into the ocean, that this city wasn't made for sightseeing. 7. Rosario Islands, a blue paradise just offshore. Just off Cartagena's coast, the sea changes color, from emerald to sapphire to pure electric turquoise. Welcome to the Rosario Islands, a coral-fringed dreamscape that feels like you've left Earth and floated into a Caribbean postcard. Boats skip across waves to small islands where palm trees bow over hammocks, and fresh seafood is grilled while you swim in crystal shallows. You snorkel over coral gardens. You sip cold beers in overwater huts where time forgets to move. Some islands offer luxury, others offer solitude. In Rosario, you don't just visit the sea, you belong to it. 6. Bizerta Market, the raw, real pulse of Cartagena. Forget tourist traps. This is the real heart of the city. Bizerta Market is loud, chaotic, messy, and utterly magnificent. Here, fish still twitch on wooden tables. Mangoes tower in pyramids of color. Cumbia music blares from cracked radios. Locals haggle over snails, eels, spices, everything. And tucked in its smoky corners, you find flavor bombs, Fritos, empanadas, soups so rich they taste like someone's grandmother blessed the pot. And you remember, this is what travel was meant to be. 5. Barranquilla, carnival spirit all year long. As you move east along the coast, you reach Barranquilla, Colombia's fourth largest city, known for one thing above all: Carnival. And though the Grand Parade only takes over the streets in February, the spirit lives on all year. The city is urban, gritty, bursting with salsa, champita, and poro. You visit the Carnival Museum, try the iconic arepa de huevo, and dance until the sweat becomes part of your shirt. Barranquilla doesn't try to impress you, and once it grabs you, it doesn't let go. 4. Santa Marta, the gateway between mountain and sea. Further still, the coast bends, and suddenly there she is, Santa Marta, where the Caribbean touches the edge of the Sierra Nevada mountains, and everything feels wild again. This city is small, relaxed, buzzing with backpackers and local families walking the waterfront. The sunsets here rival any in the world. Palm trees silhouetted against firelit skies, boats rocking softly on the waves, music drifting from seaside bars. Santa Marta is less about sights and more about sensations, because just beyond, a different world begins. 3. Minca, jungle mist and mountain calm. A short, bumpy ride uphill takes you to Minca, a misty little mountain town perched above the Caribbean. Suddenly, the heat breaks, the air cools, the jungle thickens, and birds call from trees older than cities. Here, you swing in hammocks over infinity views, drink organic coffee made from beans grown just down the path, bathe in waterfalls with names like Pozo Azul, and at night, you sleep to the sound of rain and wind through bamboo. Minca isn't flashy. It reminds you that the best views aren't always by the sea. They're often above it. 2. Tayrona National Park, where jungle meets ocean. Then comes the moment you've been waiting for. Tayrona, a place that doesn't just live in maps, but in myths. Here, the Sierra Nevada mountains tumble into the sea, and between them, a wild, raw coastline protected by ancient forest and sacred memory. You hike through jungle paths where howler monkeys growl in the trees and butterflies flash neon between ferns. You emerge onto beaches so untouched they feel like a dream. Cabo San Juan, Playa Brava, La Piscina. You yap in a hammock strung between palms. Time disappears. Tayrona isn't just a national park. It's a shrine to nature's power, poetry, and peace. 1. Connecting with the spirit of the land, the indigenous echoes. And finally, beyond the trail, beyond the tides, beyond the tourists, lies the heart of this coast. Not a place, but a people. The Kogi, Arhuaco, and Wiwa tribes who still live in the High Sierra, guarding the land like they have for thousands of years. They speak of Aluna, the spirit force that binds all things. They walk barefoot in silence. They see the coast not as geography, but as memory. And when you visit with respect, perhaps through a local guide, or at a cultural encounter center, you begin to feel it too, that this land is not just beautiful, and every wave that touches it carries a prayer from the mountain gods. From the colorful facades of Cartagena to the serene shores of Tayrona, Colombia's Caribbean coast is a place that captures your heart and refuses to let go. It's more than just a destination. It's a rhythm, a flavor, a feeling you'd carry long after you leave. If this journey inspired your next escape, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow travelers.